My name is Anne Martin. I come from Linnecrow in Trotternish in the north end of Skye. If you open up any map of Skye, I find it really fascinating because the words, the names are so descriptive. And once you know a landscape, you understand why things are called certain things, and it all becomes really obvious. The language itself lends to being very descriptive.
The road sign we collected from Skye sits in the very middle of the Isle. It directs motorists towards the Kyle of Lochalsh over the Skye Bridge on the Scottish mainland and also to the village of Broadford in Skye. Both place names reference waterways, and the sign is located at the old bridge over the River Sligachen, which is strongly associated with folklore, myth and magic.
If I look out my kitchen window, there are names within that landscape that have died out even in my lifetime, and it's such a shame because these names introduce you into stories and culture and traditions that are part and parcel of the people and the landscape of the west coast of Scotland.
Times gone by when there was no roads, every little feature that was distinctive had a name, and it was a descriptive name, and it was used as a navigation tool basically to get from A to B. The yellow rock or the red burn or cow-shaped hill or something like that, you know, it was all very clear and helped people to get from croft to croft.
National Museum Scotland has collected a sign from Skye that tells us interesting things about the relationship between the language and the landscape. Can you tell us about the place names on that sign?
Cool is the Kyle, the straits or the narrows with the water of Lochalsh. Alsh is quite a difficult one to determine, but Alsha is thought to refer to sweat. So there's clearly a relation between sweat or sweatiness, and this could refer to the ground or around the loch. Broadford, or in Gaelic, Entaliehin. It's originally generally thought to be a Norse name, Breiðafjord, meaning the broad fjord or forth, which was reanalysed into English, Broadford, and translated into Gaelic, Entaliehin. We don't have many visual references to Gaelic. We hear it a lot on the radio, etc., or speaking to our family and friends, but you can't go into your local supermarket and pick up a can of soup and read the ingredients in Gaelic. So it's a really important, useful visual reference to the language.
Gaelic-English road signs have been introduced across different parts of Scotland over many decades. Since 2010, as a result of government policy, all existing English road signs across the northwest region of Scotland have been replaced with bilingual versions. A combination of Gaelic and Old Norse on this sign tells us about diversity of the root languages of Scotland's place names. The sign tells us about how we navigate the landscape and the world around us in Scotland today. In particular, it tells us about the very distinct relationship between the Gaelic language and the Scottish landscape.
When I was wee, there was very, very little signage anywhere to show that there was a different language, which then leads to a different culture and a different history. We have to be proactive in ensuring that people understand that people and cultures and languages are diverse.